Thank you. David Coburn.
Thank you, Mr. President. Lord Hill, you're Commissioner not only for capital markets, but also financial stability. Today, the former CEO of what was Anglo-Irish Bank will appear before a US court on charges related to the collapse of Ireland's banking system. Meanwhile, on the same subject, the ECB refuses to appear before the Irish Parliamentary Inquiry. As you know, it's alleged the ECB threatened Ireland with economic meltdown if its government honoured an election pledge to refuse to turn private losses into public debt. Despite that pledge, private losses, which should have been borne by German and French banks, were instead piled on the unsuspecting Irish public, ultimately saddling them with €67 billion of debt to the Troika. Together with an Irish MEP, Mr Luke Flanagan, I tried to ask just one question of the ECB President, Mr Draghi, in the last meeting of this committee, but the chairman wouldn't even accept the question. The biased nature of proceedings in this committee allows him to treat our requests as first a point of order, then a question, and finally as a point of order again, depending on what suits his purpose at any given moment. Such a system as we suffer here in Brussels can in no way be described as a similar process to that before the Select Committee in the Dublin or Westminster Parliaments. Lord Hill, so we can get to the bottom of these serious allegations, and in the interest thereby ensuring financial stability for the future, which is your brief, will you encourage the ECB to face a proper cross-examination in Dublin?
Thank you. Before giving the floor to Lord Hill for what concerns this committee, as already said, it was agreed with the ECB that the so-called Irish case will be included in the next monetary hearing with Mr Draghi, so there will be the opportunity for Member States to make questions on this thing, and this committee appreciated the fact that the ECB answered to the Irish Parliament, say that the ECB is accountable to the European Parliament, and as far as we are concerned, we are implementing this accountability provision in a, I have to say, very efficient way. So we will have the hearing. No, this is not a debate. It was my remark, and then we give the floor to Mr. Hill, because there was, of course, he now is going to answer to you. But of course, he's not the president. Sorry, he's not the president of ECB, so I think he cannot answer on behalf of the president, but he will surely happily answer to your question. Please.
I am responsible for financial stability, although that sounds as though I'm making quite a big claim for myself. But it is part of my responsibility. And I think that is exactly where capital markets union and financial stability come together. Because I think one of the benefits of capital markets union, if we have a more diverse system of funding, we're not dependent as Europe is on bank funding. We're able to diversify risk, and I think that therefore has a great benefit for financial stability. So I see the Capital Markets Union as being a way of increasing financial stability. On the ECB, that is not a matter for which I am in any way responsible, and Mr. Gualtieri has answered on behalf of the committee very clearly.
Thank you.